We deal with the mechanized side of the drilling business, especially for mines at this point in time, and we're trying to grow that into the infrastructure and the energy side of the world as well. But primarily, as we speak today, we deal with the mining side, making holes for the mines, whether it's horizontal, whether it's vertical, whether it's from the bottom up, and that's the space in which we play. I think one is obviously the demand for mechanized drilling. I think on the back of the safety drive worldwide, if conventional development, for the lack of a better word, can be replaced with a mechanized means, that's what we see not in South Africa but worldwide. That being said, I think the IP side thereof, to try and mitigate risk in this operation of ours, is key. And I think the way we've approached risk is probably the reason for the expansion and the demand for our service. I think there's two answers to your question, and the one is obviously to try and mitigate some of the risk associated with commodities, especially what we see today. I think would be a nice way to mitigate some of the exposure. That being said, we believe about 30% of our revenues is going to come from that sector. Historically, the infrastructure and the energy side, especially hydro stations, was conventional development, which could be mechanized, and we see today. If you consider the Latin American part of the continent, we probably do 70%, if not more, of all the vertical raised boring in Latin America. And I think with the company established in Mexico, I think the logic extension of that was the US, just cross-border. By the way, our offices in Torreon is just about on the border of the US. And I think with the local currency, Mexican currency base, to go into a US business, or into the US, which is a hard currency on revenue, just makes sense. And I think with only 3 or 4 competitors in the US, I think a company like ourselves could do well. That's been driven from South Africa, I think, with a rand-based cost and quite a few good engineers around still in South Africa. We like to protect the IP and deal with that from South Africa. I think the last 2-3 years more engineers became available, and we would like to keep that in-house in South Africa and not farm that out to some of the subsidiary companies in the world. If we had to let go of the IP, and we probably would let go of part of the business. And hence the reason why we design, manufacture and assemble and then commission the plant or the machinery worldwide. But the IP is something that we protect, yeah.